What is going on, community? It is TJ, aka Flash by Night, and we are here again with the ReUp, my new comic book day slash mail call slash whatever pickups I may pick up during the week. Um, that's what we're here to do, and basically, I have. Small haul, hence the moniker Team Small Haul. I only have a few comic books for New Comic Book Day, but I also got a nice number of books from the dollar bin at my comic book store, which is Quality Comics. So we're gonna get into that real quick and let you see what I got. So the first book I have for a New Comic Book Day is Robin number 3, with the B cover done by Francis Manipole, and this is a great cover of Connor Hawk. I know that negative space is all the rage. Is one of the trends we like to follow and like to show off in our covers. And if you will take a look at this cover, it is great. In fact, all of these covers have been great. This isn't new, but Robin number 2, great cover. And so I'm going to try to follow this story all the way through, and I'm going to order or find basically all the B covers as I read this book, because these are great. These are great looking covers by Francis Manipole. The next book I got for New Comic Book Day is Heroes Return, issue number 1. This is, of course, the final issue of the Heroes Reborn storyline from Marvel. The Heroes Reborn storyline it's been pretty fun for me. Of course, the Heroes Reborn books have all been basically 2 stories, well, a story and the backup story, and the main stories have been one-shots of different squadron Supreme members, and then the backup stories have been about Blade trying to put the team back together and bringing the world back to what it should be. Well, in this last issue, I expect the Squadron Supreme versus the Avengers in a fight for reality, and so we'll see how it turns out. My question is, because I haven't been reading the Avengers, do I, after reading this book and more than likely the Avengers setting the universe straight, do I go ahead and follow and read the Avengers? I'm going to have to give that some thought. Maybe this book will convince me, yay or nay, but we'll see how that goes. The next book I grabbed for New Comic Book Day is a book I told my cousin and a couple of other people that I would try out. And I've tried one issue, and that issue wasn't for me, and so I waited till the next story arc started, and I quickly flipped through Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 118 from IDW, and I'm not sure where we're going just yet. I'm hesitant to say that this isn't a good book because it might just not be to my taste. I'm really hesitant about ever saying that somebody's book isn't good, because somebody may like it and it just may not be my taste. But I'll tell you what, when the Brat made the song "That's What I'm Looking For," I don't think she was talking about this book. Don't laugh at my singing. But I flipped through here and I still have not gotten a turtle putting their hands on anybody yet. If I read through it carefully, I may see it, but I'm missing something. It's missing something. Some turtle heads will say it's missing a lot of things. but I'm gonna give it a good read and see if I get anything from it. I do like the mayor of New York in this book. I want to see what he's all about. And April actually looks like she may get into the mix of something in this book. So I give it a read. I give it a honest try, but I'm not so sure about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Next book I have is Good Luck #1 from Boom Studios. Apparently this is a world where some people inherently have good luck. And then you have these kids here who are born without luck. There's a almost a caste system of people with luck and people without luck. But it is on these kids here on the cover without luck to save the world one way or another. And so we're going to open this up and see what's going on in this book. And hopefully it's good. It's a Boom Studios book, Boom Studios #1. And they have been pretty trustworthy. So we'll check this out, see what's happening. And my last book that I got today for New Comic Book Day isn't actually a new book. It's actually rather old, but I got it because of the cover. It was just laying around in my shop. I don't know if nobody saw it. It wasn't even in the back bin. It was on like on one of the walls. So I grabbed Tony Stark, Iron Man issue #13, just because of this cool Clayton Crane Galactus cover. Now, this book itself doesn't have a lot of monetary value to it. There's a Virgin version from Frankie's Comics that is worth a lot more monetarily. But I still like this cover. It's still a Clayton Crane cover, and it is still Galactus. And so I picked it up, and, we'll hold on to it. Before we go too far, there are 2 books that I want to pick up, but I was not able to get this week for one reason or another. The first book is Infinite Frontier #1. And the second book is Shadow Man #3. Infinite Frontier #1, I think, will be easy enough to track down. Shadow Man #3, we'll see how that works. I'll try to find it one way or another. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of pause and bring that to your attention because, frankly, when I shot this video originally, I forgot. Anyway, back to the haul. Now I'm going to start my books that I picked up from the dollar bins in my store. This was either Friday or Saturday. I believe it was Friday. I picked up from the dollar bins in my store. And so I'm going to show off a few of them. First one is New Avengers Annual #1. Of course, I picked this book up for 2 reasons. #1, for some reason, I'm attracted to wedding covers. I don't know if it's my age. I don't know if it's being married myself, but I like wedding books. And I've got like 3 or 4 Marvel wedding books. I have no clue why. But on top of that, on top of this being a wedding book and a wedding of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, I also like when you get your random cameos from Stan the Man Lee. So Stan Lee is actually officiating the wedding between Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. And so when I saw this book in the dollar bin, I knew what it was when I saw it, and it was $1. How can you resist Jessica Jones getting married to Luke Cage by Stan Lee for $1? My next few books are actually old school Transformers books, old Marvel Transformers books. They aren't in the greatest of shape, but like I said, they were in the dollar bin, and they're at least books I can read. But I have Transformers number 6, Transformers number 13, The Menace of Megatron. Let's see. Transformers number 17, and somebody's going into the smelting pool. And lastly, I have Transformers number 19 with Omega Supreme. And I said lastly, but I also have Transformers number 57 with Megatron kind of doing what he does best. I don't know, is this Ironhide? That looks like it may be Ironhide that Megatron is taking out. I don't know if you've watched the Transformers movie where Megatron kills Ironhide and he says heroic nonsense. Anyway, that's kind of what this reminds me of. All right, my next book that I picked up from the dollar bin, actually I got 2 what ifs. And the first one is, what if Wolverine battled Conan the Barbarian? And then my favorite one out of the 2, what if Wolverine was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Now, tell me that is not threatening. Wolverine, but he also has a gun, and apparently he also has the government on his side. You do not want a piece of that. Next book I picked up because of the cover, and I recently learned that the cover isn't all it's cracked up to be, or I guess the cover is a little misleading, but I grabbed this Civil War II Choosing Sides issue number 2. I'm almost sure you can guess at the bottom of this book why I grabbed this book with Moon Knight, I don't know, working for the man, working for S.H.I.E.L.D. But there is a special twist to that. Maybe I'll crack the book open one day and do a video, talk about it. We'll see. But yeah, so I grabbed this because Moon Knight's on the cover, working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Next book I have for from the dollar bin is Flash issue number 13 from the Joshua Williamson run from Rebirth. I got it for 2 reasons. One, because as a young reader, as a young reader but not yet a collector, I sold off a lot of my Flash Rebirth books. And now I have this itch to have some of those books back. And so whenever I run across them, especially if I run across them for $1 or so, I pick them up. And the second reason is, along with wedding books, I also like to run into my Christmas Santa Claus books so that I can display them at work around late November, December. I have, a few Christmas covers, and I usually bring in one a week and kind of display them, and everybody looks, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, so Flash issue number 13 from Rebirth. The next book I have from my dollar bin, I actually put up for a Top Variant Tuesday on Instagram because Top Variant Tuesday was groovy with this Flash. What is this? Flash 68 variant cover. I'm not sure who did the art for it, but the kind of I don't know. I don't want to say hippie, but the kind of I don't know how to explain it, but this kind of aesthetic on this cover jumped out at me. I'm like, let me grab this, and it was pretty fun to post. And yeah, so I got Flash 68 for $1. And then my next three books are up one of the particular alleys that I collect. First one, and I have a copy of this already, so this will be my second copy. But Superman in Action Comics issue 805 with the Iwo Jima Monument homage cover. Yeah, made out of Superman's cape. For those who don't know, Iwo Jima is a island in Japan, and it's an island in Japan that America kind of wasn't supposed to take, but took during World War II. And you know, I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this monument somewhere, especially around Memorial, Veterans Day, or whatever. I'm sure most people have seen it, and so I like to collect these covers. My penultimate, second to last book is Justice League #1 with the Iwo Jima Monument cover with the flag of Connecticut. Now, first things first, I may open Pandora's box, because now that I've seen this cover and I've seen a Puerto Rican flag and a couple of other state flags, I wonder if all 50 are around somewhere, or actually 50 plus are around somewhere. And I wonder how hard or how long it would take to try and catch them all, as the Pokemon fans would say. I'm not sure if I want to go down that rabbit hole, but I may just try and go down that rabbit hole. We'll see how that works in the future. If you know, you happen to see any of these and you happen to want to give me a shout out and let me know that it's around, and how I may get it for a reasonable price, let me know. Give me a shout. Also, point number 2. Shout out to Three Men in the Basement and any other comic book community members from Connecticut. And my last book is Justice League #1, Iwo Jima homage with Old Glory on the cover. Like I said, I collect these. I've got a few different versions. I've got a couple of other homages that I've got my eye on, that I'll probably snatch up in the next week or so. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that is my haul for this week. Both New Comic Book Day and Dollar Bin Diving. No big books, no big keys, no big value. Just fun books for me to have. Things that tick my box. Things that make my eyes light up. You know, fun things like that. The basics of comics that I would think. Yeah. So that was all. So I would like to thank all of you for stopping by. If you enjoyed yourself, if you liked any of the books that you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to keep seeing this content from me, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all the good YouTube things. Hit that share button. I always forget the share button. Hit that share button. Leave comments if you would like to. I enjoy communicating and talking to the community. I enjoy getting feedback and everything. So if you want to leave a comment, leave comments. And most of all, I just hope you enjoyed yourself watching my video. With that being said, love yourself, love others, dig in those bins, and I will be back in a flash.